Hello everyone and welcome to part 10 of my Jets Connected franchise on the Xbox One here on Klein92 TV. We are in the AFC Championship after a long season. This is our chance to make it back to the Super Bowl. It has been 47 years since the Jets have made it to a Super Bowl, and you know this is going to be a heated AFC Championship because we are playing our interdivision rivals, the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills are entering this game already with a disadvantage. They are missing their starting quarterback EJ Manuel and their backup quarterback Thaddeus Lewis, so that's going to force them to play their third string quarterback, a guy that I have never heard of before. He has yet to enter the field this entire season. He has not thrown a ball the entire season, and his name is Dennis Dixon. This game will be played in New York, and yes, it is cold, but as the Jets, we are used to this cold weather, and yes, it is January. Dan Carpenter will be kicking off the ball to Jacoby Ford, and Ford has had a really good time this entire postseason just bringing back kicks, and you can tell that our team is pumped and ready to get this game underway, and the AFC Championship has officially started. Ford is back. He will get it at the 14-yard line. He's going to cut out to the left side, and there is no one on that side of the field. He gets all the way to the opponent's 47-yard line before being hit out of bounds. Now at the 50, Geno Smith is back. He's thrown it to the right, and Fitzgerald gets us within field goal range. So we have the passing game working perfectly at the beginning of this game, but we also want to show our running game and let the Bills know that we have a strong running attack. So we have Arian Foster with that run there. First and 10, we're going to run a pass play. Geno is back, throwing it across the middle to Fitz, who gets us to the 3-yard line. We are within striking distance right now. We do not want to settle for a field goal. First and goal, we catch the Bills off guard with the play action and get it into the end zone to Charles Clay. A great play decision by Rex Ryan. And as this gameplay footage is going on, I want to talk a little bit about some NFL history. If you guys remember, 2 episodes ago on this channel, I talked about my top 5 running backs, and 3 episodes ago, I talked about my top 5 quarterbacks. So it really only makes sense now if I were to do my top 5 wide receivers. So you guys know the drill. After this episode, you can go into the comment section below and tell me who your top 5 wide receivers are, and they may even be in the next episode of this series. So starting off right up at the number 5 spot, I put Marvin Harrison. He was an amazing player on the Indianapolis Colts. He had a great connection with Peyton Manning. And speaking of great connections, look at this connection between Geno Smith and Larry Fitzgerald. He threw a bullet pass right in between 2 Bills defenders to Fitz. That was just a rocket arm play by Geno Smith. But as I was saying, Marvin Harrison definitely deserves to be in the top 5. He set the record in 2002 for most catches in one season with, get this, 143 catches. Not to mention that on top of that record, he had over 120 touchdowns along with almost 15,000 yards. Next up at the number 4 spot, I had Steve Largent, and although he didn't have as many yards or touchdowns as Marvin Harrison, you need to compare players with perspective in the era that they played in. Marvin Harrison played with the quarterback Peyton Manning, who is just a phenomenal quarterback, and he played in a more pass-friendly era. At the number 3 spot on my list, I have Michael Irvin. He is probably one of the centerpieces and center faces of the Dallas Cowboys organization, and obviously he wouldn't be a face of that organization if he didn't have success. Throughout his career with the Dallas Cowboys, he won 3 Super Bowls. Along with that, he is also a Hall of Famer and a Pro Bowl MVP. So now up at the number 2 spot on my list, I had Randy Moss. Some may argue that I put Moss a little too high up on this list, but he definitely deserves to be in the top 3. Throughout his career, he had nearly 160 touchdowns. He played for the Patriots and the Vikings, and in 2007, he set the record for most touchdowns in one season. That's probably one of the best records you can get as a wide receiver, so for that reason, I think he deserves to be at the number 2 spot. Finally, at the number 1 spot is a player that you guys all saw coming, and that is Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is one of those players that is without dispute one of the best wide receivers of all time. He has won Super Bowls, he has set records, but there is one statistic that I feel like stands out above all the rest, and that is he had 17 seasons in a row with 50 or more receptions. That just goes to show how consistent he was throughout his entire NFL career. So now I want to hear your opinion. You can go into the comments section below and put your top 5 wide receivers of all time, and I'm definitely interested to see what you guys say, and who knows, in the next episode of this series, your answer may even be featured. If you guys remember, in the last episode of this series, I asked you guys what your opinion was on the entire Johnny Manziel situation, and what you think his future will look like as an NFL quarterback, and I want to read just a few of my favorite responses. One user by the name of DWAS said that Manziel is lucky to have Hoyer because Hoyer was Tom Brady's backup. I actually did not know that, and that's a really good point, and that just shows that the Browns are making the right decision in not starting Manziel right away. Another response was from the user WildThang32, and he said that he thought Manziel could go to the Eagles or the Jets, but more specifically the Eagles because they need a mobile quarterback badly. I could see him going to either of those places, but I think there is definitely a better chance of him going to the Jets, mainly because the Eagles already have Nick Foles, so they're not really in need of a new quarterback. So thank you guys for those responses. Now let's get into the gameplay of this video. The score is 14-6 in the third quarter. It's been an extremely low scoring game. We have the ball in the red zone. Geno is back, throwing it to the left side, and touchdown to Eric Decker. A great play by the New York Jets offense, and that gives us a 2-possession lead. Up until this point in the game though, neither offense has really seemed to get anything going, so maybe this will set a spark for the New York Jets. So now the Bills will get the ball at the 24-yard line. Dennis Dixon is back. He's running to the right side, and he ran with the ball so often this game, but he chokes up the ball. The Jets pick it up, and we have the ball again, this time inside the Bills' 30-yard line. We need to capitalize on this opportunity, running the ball to the right side with Arian Foster, who picks up the first down and some. That's going to set us up in the red zone at the 15-yard line. Geno's going to do another draw play to Foster, who sheds a tackle and gets knocked over. Move it up to the 3-yard line. We're bringing a guy in motion, and Geno gets hit in the backfield. I tried running a wildcat play there. It just did not work out, so we're going to have to kick a field goal, but I will take those points. We have an 18-point lead on the Bills, so now the pressure is on the Bills to go downfield and score a touchdown, because if they don't, they could be giving the Jets a free ticket to the Super Bowl. So the Bills will receive the kick. They're going to take it out to the 30-yard line, and look at this. I don't know why our player decided to grab their face mask, but now instead of getting the ball at the 30-yard line, they're going to get it all the way up at the 45. So here is Dennis Dixon back on 2nd and 7. He's looking to the right side. He sheds a tackle and gets sacked in the backfield at the 39-yard line. 3rd and 16. Dixon is back. He's thrown it to the right side, and they only get 1 yard off that pass. So now it's 4th down. The Bills are at the 40-yard line. 4th and 15. Their season lies in the hands of this play, and Dixon gets sacked at the 32-yard line. The Jets will get the ball. It's 3rd and 3 with 2 minutes left. Arian Foster will pick up this first down, and we just got to wind out the clock from here. 1st and 10, we're going to run it with Foster to the outside, who's going to barely miss the first down marker. He will get just about 3 yards short. So now on 2nd and 3, Geno is going to give the ball to Foster on a draw play. He's going to run outside again and pick up the first down. And with the game over, we might as well run a fake spike play with Geno Smith. He's going to run to the left side and get into the end zone off that play. Yes, that was unsportsmanlike, but at the same time, I thought running that play would just be hilarious. So that is the end of your game. Your final score will be 6-31. The Jets demolished the Bills at home, and now the Jets are moving on to the Super Bowl. This is definitely not a team that people thought were going to make it to the Super Bowl. Luckily, we made trades to get Larry Fitzgerald and Arian Foster, and by riding on those players' backs, it seemed like we were able to make it this far. So now that the Jets have won the AFC Championship, the question still remains, will the 49ers or the Seahawks face them in the Super Bowl? Personally, I would much rather play the 49ers in the Super Bowl, mainly because the Seahawks are coming off a Super Bowl year, so their rating in this game is insanely high. Here are some of your game highlights. You can notice that there were no touchdowns scored by the Bills the entire game. They are all Jets highlights, and I'm hoping we can bring that same talent on the defensive side into the Super Bowl, so I'm going to simulate into the next week. I also had to simulate the Pro Bowl week, and you guys are going to see we will face the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I hope you guys are looking forward to the finale of season 1 of this series. I'm hoping to get the final episode out by this upcoming weekend. Anyways, I hope you guys had a fun time watching this video. Be sure to have a great day. God bless you guys. Bye.